Hey everyone, episode 180. This was recorded, 2 weeks ago or so? It's just low-hanging fruit with John and Andy. I'll be honest, I don't remember what the entire thing was about. I just edited part A. We touch on the Acolyte series, big on Netflix, that's breaking records right now. We take a look at the new compromised ChatGPT. Yeah, we push that into a few different directions. And we just looked at a few different moral dilemmas in gaming and in real life. And just got an opinion on where that sits. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. If you're listening to us for more than an episode, that means you like us and you want more. With the rest of the episode, I know we definitely talked about that Haktur girl, but at the time of recording, her real name hadn't come out. I'll be honest, I read what her real name was like 3 days ago and I've forgotten. Anyway, not important. Can't tell you about the rest of the episode. I'm pretty sure we were rambling for a lot of it. Apologies, there were some audio technical issues. It hasn't happened in nearly 2 years, but yeah, there was for this one. I've actually got to go back in and do a bit of repairing and relaying and stuff like that. So bear with me with the audio, but yeah, I mean, it's as good as it gets for now. But anyway, enjoy.
There are improvement works ahead, so this train will terminate at the next station.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Take me outside, how about that?
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child. He's a spoiled little Greek brat who's probably been treated like
Tell the story of what you were saying with the RBT. I want to get his reaction.
Oh, I thought I was going to be late for the RBT.
No.
Oh, right, the other thing. Okay. So,
hold on, what's the RBT?
I got RBT.
Why can I hear you chewing?
Because he is.
I know, but you've been
We're back, baby!
You've been in here for half an hour.
Yeah.
And now I'm hearing you chewing. You were whispering to yourselves while I was trying to fix this, and I couldn't hear shit. And now, when your first response...
Because I'm on.
He's switched on.
People love it.
Who?
The three people in this room. The three people in this room. Yeah.
What reviews?
The 5-star reviews give us more of the food tour.
ASMR, lifestyle, hashtag donuts.
Hashtag lifestyle.
Okay.
Carry on.
What's the RBT first?
I just got RBT'd on the way here.
Yeah, what's that?
Random breath test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not up to date with this lingo. Okay.
That's anyway. Yeah, I got RBT'd on the way here. I thought it was going to be late. Anyway, and then I was talking to him, and he was saying that his mate was applying to be a cop, or wanting to apply to be a cop.
Yeah.
And then I said, did you let me know when she fails the grip test? and then I was saying how there's actually a strength, two different strength requirements for the grip test between males and females. Now, it doesn't seem to make sense to me because, if a male has a greater grip strength and he has a higher, you need to achieve a higher rating on the grip strength, and the female has a lower grip strength, if you have a crook that's in the process of doing something and you're grabbing onto them and they can clearly break free from someone with a lower grip strength, why even go through the process?
Yeah.
Just hire the guy with the higher grip strength.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Do you have any feedback on that?
I have a lot of smart aleck feedback on that, but...
What's your first natural response?
No, I can't say that. No, I get what you're saying. That's just classic lowering of standards.
What's the word?
I forgot it. I've been trying to think of it for 2 weeks.
Are you serious? I'm disappointed.
It's 2 months. As
soon as he's told me the story, I said, ask John.
I forgot what the word is.
Because I guarantee you he'll have the answer right off the tip of his tongue.
What's the word again? I forgot it.
It's your favourite thing to say.
I know, I forgot.
We actually discussed it as well. Before you got in.
What's it called?
I'm disappointed.
I've gone blank. I've been trying to think of what it is for like 2 weeks now, and it won't come to mind. I've been too lazy to Google it too.
Well, you said one of the words, I'm pretty sure, that's involved in...
Standards.
Yeah, I think that's the actual word for the abbreviation.
Come on, man.
Or at least I thought it was. Maybe it's not.
I've gone blank.
I thought it was the middle word.
ESGs, John.
ESGs! ESGs! They're everywhere!
Because he asked me, and I said, why don't you ask John when he gets here? So I guarantee I know exactly what he's going to say.
I've gone blank on that. Yeah.
It'll set him up right for the take, right at the start.
Yeah. I'm prime now, baby.
What were you saying like 2 days ago or three? Both of you said you both had a lot to say on something, and that's when I said, "When are we doing this?"
Well, I've been working on like an essay basically on my disappointment in the entertainment industry.
We've all greatly
Yeah, but I wanted to punctuate it perfectly.
Okay,
but I haven't finished it.
What was it about the Acolyte?
It's been about the Acolyte, and a lot has been towards Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yep.
Says finger. Assassin's Creed.
But mostly that Assassin's Creed, Acolyte. Wasn't there something on Prime as well? There was another show as well.
The Boys.
The Boys. I don't watch that, but I've heard a lot about that.
The Boys. It's like a superhero.
It's like a superhero show, and it's like, what if superheroes are actually like celebrities?
Yeah,
and there's consequences.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Acolyte. The hell?
Where do we start?
Ooh.
Yeah. Where do we start?
Well, we can start with one, or we can start with many.
Oh, I'm still trolling my mate with that.
Yeah.
Yes. No, the power of many with the hands and the money.
That's disgusting. Seriously.
I've never followed a series so closely. We're talking like 2 decades. I would have been 18 when did Entourage come out?
Ooh, I'd say like I was late to it.
Mid-noughties? Like,
yeah, early. I'd say mid to kind of like outside 2000. Yeah, like that roughly.
Yeah, that was the last.
It's about 5-6 seasons.
The last series that I actively downloaded episodes of to watch when they got released.
Yeah,
glad you showed your support.
It's a good show. You don't think Entourage was a good show?
I'm saying glad you just downloaded it to show you support.
Of course. What do you want me to do? Pay for it?
That was the golden age of the high seas, man.
Yeah, that was true. Pure torrent.
That was when there was no streaming.
That's true.
Like barely
streaming.
Netflix was still like VCRs. Or DVD.
Pay to stream
wasn't a thing. Yeah,
wasn't a thing yet.
It was that was like
we sometimes
balls deep cable.
They actually had the vending machines outside.
Yeah, that's
exactly. You wouldn't have gotten Entourage episodes.
No. You wouldn't have gotten anything.
No, I literally was downloading them as they were being released online. So screened in America, released 20 minutes later, sort of
time before Pornhub.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually was.
This is pre Pornhub. So 2006. Yeah, I was. Yeah. 2006, so literally nearly 20 years ago was the last time I followed a series religiously. The Acolyte, I became obsessed with just reactionary and reviews. I refused to watch the actual episode, but I've just seen the story breakdown,
the whole summary and synopsis,
which is something you said. Like, if you haven't got time to invest in a series, just watch summaries and synopsises so you understand the story. So I did. It's so poorly written. So poorly acted, and the fact that they're crushing the law while they're doing it
it's disgusting. It's just disgusting.
I don't understand what Disney's goal is.
ESGs. Well, they've declared now that they're not going to be doing that stuff anymore.
Yeah, I thought they said that already.
You said that like a year ago.
I said it last time we did it.
I thought they fired their diversity department, and yet here we are. They're still coming up with shit.
I don't know. I would just love for somebody to just come along, buy the rights to Disney because it's just worth nothing now.
Yeah.
Not Disney, to Star Wars. Because they paid like $2 billion for it.
Yeah.
They'd never sell it, not now.
No, like it's worth nothing. I'll give you $50 for it, done. And then basically they do exactly what Disney did. It's like everything after the prequels that was made is just nothing now. That's Legends. And they get Lucas involved again and just start doing it how it wanted. Or reinstitute the original stuff that was like put out the pasture.
I just don't understand where they have the balls. Like that music video, what's her name? Amandla. Is that her name? Amandla? It's got an L somewhere where it shouldn't. I know that.
Of course it does. It's like, yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
She released that music video just saying that everyone's racist.
Yeah.
And you hate it when the oppressed are right. It's like, first of all, you're not oppressed, you're a millionaire.
Yeah. Well,
literally,
is she?
Yeah. She's worth like 4 mil. Okay. Right. Her father's from Denmark.
Very oppressed.
She's
one of the whitest countries in the world, yeah.
I was going to say. It's literally just...
That reminds me of that video where... No, there's this video of this guy.
My mother's Irish. My father's Norwegian.
No, there's this guy. He's the one that he's the one who started the Proud Boys.
Oh, and he discovered he had
and they started getting too much for him, and I think they kicked him out or he withdrew. I don't know, but basically he was interviewing some broad. Let's just go in. Some woman.
few broads.
Like double guitars.
You know, the guitars are like double guitars, you know. What a thing to buy. I always wondered if it was the Steve Vai double guitar with like one on top of the other, or the Michelangelo Badio's double accent. Yeah. And Otto trying to play him.
and basically they're talking about like policy in America, and she's like, oh, there's many countries in Europe that do policy much better than America. He's like, oh, like what? Like name them. And she's like, Denmark, Sweden, and stuff like that. He's like, oh, so you're saying countries that are whiter than America, like basically countries that are fully white, you're saying they do policy better than here where you're saying it's fully racist and all that. And she's like, that's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's half Danish.
You got that out of your system. It's just a sweat. It's just been released. All right.
And I do it again.
Okay. So I don't understand what Disney's actually trying to achieve by pissing off 90% of their fan base.
Well, because they've said that studies have shown that it's the other way around.
But it's not.
It's not.
What studies are the other way around?
They're saying that it's a minority that are yelling about the wokeness being wrong or whatever, and the majority is their supporters.
That's why nothing they're doing is like Inside Out 2 died. What was the other thing? They're just done Acolyte, just now viewership's ridiculous. They're doing it so they can get their excuses. They're doing all this stuff to draw in a larger audience. That's what their whole point is, just to get in audiences. But if you're pandering to an audience and excluding your actual audience, like Star Wars was never about sex, like your gender. It was never about your sexuality. No, it's a story about good and evil. As simple as that. Like story as old as time.
And that's what made me laugh when they're like, it's very patriarchal. It's like, how the leaders of the whole battalion are women. Like, so many women have been propped up in Star Wars films.
Yeah, exactly.
And minorities.
Yeah.
Lando Calrissian was black, clearly.
Lando Calrissian.
What?
They had a calamari man as the lead admiral of their army.
It's a trap.
Yeah. Which they killed off screen. He's like one of the most important characters outside of the main cast. The Admiral Akbar.
They killed him off?
They killed him off screen.
In Acolyte?
No, in like the last trilogy that they did.
Okay. Did they?
Yeah. Like he's just like, oh, he's dead. Like what?
What? Someone's eating cereal? Yeah, by the way, someone call Akbar, get him on the thing see if he wants to play around the golf. No, he's dead. What? Yeah,
say what now?
A mouthful of cereal.
They've just done it, and not only that, the consistency in storytelling. Was it you? I think I shared it with you guys. One of the characters that was in the trilogy of the prequels is like a Jedi Master, the one with the big cone head.
Yeah. He's not even meant to be alive.
Yeah, and he's in it as a grown adult. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, okay.
So they rewrote the Wikipedia. Did you hear about that?
No.
In real time, as fans are picking up on this and like jumping on X and whatever, to say, hey man, this makes no sense. What the hell is this guy doing here?
Someone was
on Wikipedia, the Star Wars lore Wikipedia, they got in and like rewrote the guy's statistics to make him older than he actually is.
Yeah,
how insane is that?
Unfortunately, you have like with any community, Warhammer community, you get the people that defend it regardless of what it is, just because it's their IP, their product. And they'll die on that. What is it? Like they'll die on that hill for it.
That's the hill they die on.
Yeah. And then you got the ones that are like, well, they can pull back and go, well, no, this is crap.
The thing that pisses me off is that it's not like it's a rebrand, a new like a new interpretation. It's not like it's a reimagining. It's none of that. It's still the same brand, but they're just actively wiping the lore.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do a reimagining. Do it
like 1,000 years in the future or in the past, like they've done with the Old Republic. Do it when there's no no characters are like knowable, and you can just do a clean slate.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
They've done 100 reboots of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, and they do random reimaginings of Spider-Man in different scenarios, you know, different people as the lead. That's fine. But they're actively including this in the Star Wars universe to just shit can anything that's come before it.
And it's
sad because Star Wars is one of those franchises that has got lore that deep and well thought out and planned, stretching 50 years of media.
Yep.
And they're wiping it in the face of patriarchy without even understanding the characters or understanding the script or the material that they're playing with.
And it's the excuse of like...
I'm not even a big Star Wars fan.
Well, I am.
No, but like...
Well, I was.
I liked the first three, yeah? And I had some understanding of the Star Wars universe. I'm not even a fan, like, to get up and fight, you know what I mean? But I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
You're literally shit-canning the lore that's come before it because of patriarchy. But there is no patriarchy in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
I know, yeah.
It's very neutral.
Very.
Like, literally neutral. You can't get more neutral.
Like I said, it's literally the story of good versus evil. Then you get that toss wank that is on that thing. It's like, oh, well, there is no good and evil. Like, all those people on the Death Star died too. Yeah, but they chose to side with the evil dude, so therefore they're living their consequences.
And
so you turn around and
Anakin blew up the Death Star.
Yeah, oh, that was beautiful. That just like killed all credibility.
The first movie in the series.
Yeah, so it's like
watch it.
So every single Nazi that was judged at the what are they called, the Nuremberg trials. So they were just they weren't evil. No, what they did that was just relative. You know, that's just not. Yeah.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying that we're all good, we're all. There's no good and evil. It just depends on which perspective.
That kills it as well. The fact that they've got like a million hairstyles to go with for these specific characters,
got the dreads.
And they still go with dreads just to like, you know, they've got alien hairstyles to pick from.
You literally have the freedom to do whatever you want.
And they went with dreadlocks.
Yeah, like Fifth Element.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like Gary Oldman had that fucking part thing in the front. What a sick cunt.
That was great.
Dude, Debo, fucking... Tiny Lister Jones was president of the universe, the galaxy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was it America? No, he was just president of the known universe or something.
Yeah, he was a president of something. Yeah.
He's a massive black dude with like one bung eye. But there you go, diversity.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's a male.
Yeah, well, that's
and he had I think the shoehorning of the pronouns thing was the funniest, and that power of many thing is just. They're supposed to be so powerful to these people, these witches, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they couldn't survive like, you know, they've got the power of the Force, and they're just like threads, John, threads.
Threads.
It's
Yes,
the thread.
It's the
I
threads.
think the funniest thing, like of all the breakdowns that I watched, one of the funniest things was that this massive fortress on a mountain. They're trying to stay inconspicuous, so they pick a fortress in plain view at the highest point of the planet, and it. All these spot fires break out where the fortress is made of steel and stone. It's like, what fires, man? What's catching on fire? There's nothing to catch on fire.
It's just...
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's just... Are you literally really writing an essay?
I am, yeah. Do you want to hear the start of it?
How many words is it?
So far I'm like a paragraph and a half in. I haven't had time to...
Essay.
Well, I haven't got far in.
He hasn't had any...
Don't play it. You can cut this part out.
No. I want to hear it.
Yeah, but cut it out. I don't because I want to read the whole thing when I'm done.
You will read the whole thing when you're done.
You don't want to give a little tease?
Yeah, give it a tease.
People like a bit of a tease. Just let them tickle. Don't they?
Why is the hand... What are you tickling?
Picture yourself as like Julius Caesar with like a slave.
I'm hoping this is someone's chin.
Yeah. You like a little bit of a tickle.
So this is the first couple paragraphs. So do you want me to put on like a presenter voice or just like a normal thingy?
Whatever you think is going to suit. Like whatever fits your theme.
Do you want me to read it, John?
Hold on. I'll do some auto-correcting there.
Let me just run it through ChatGPT real quick.
Write me an essay why everything sucks.
Why is Star Wars shit? I wonder.
It just comes back with one word, ESGs.
It's all ESGs.
My, that technology's advanced.
All right. Do you want me?
You know what? I'm going to see what that brings up.
Okay.
ChatGPT, because I've got it here. Let's do it. OpenAI.
Do you want to hear it?
No, go for it.
Okay. All right. So it's up to you if you want to cut this or not. So we all have fond memories of our childhood. Yes. See, of growing up. We have moments or events burned into our minds. They could be our first days at school, our first bike, or our first time at a friend's house. One such fond memory of mine would be the night my two older brothers brought home a Sega Mega Drive. That night cemented the love of pixel art form known as video games. I remember sitting on the carpet watching them unpack this foreign object that seemed like it needed a NASA scientist to install. Finally succeeding in seeing the Sega logo pop up on screen, then to be greeted with the opening intro to Altered Beast.
Nice.
The opening moments of hearing a disembodied voice command you to rise, to seeing your character appear, to then hearing the first level song, still to this day stays with me. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's like peaking on nostalgia, basically, which can be a bad thing as well as a good thing. But then the simplicity of games, this was more so about Assassin's Creed. To playing the first Assassin's Creed, playing Heavenly Sword. Do you remember ever playing Heavenly Sword? Like, that thing was a masterpiece. Like, what, you know, at the start of the PS3 days. So basically now where everything's taken for granted and essentially you just have diarrhea sold to you on disc form.
Diarrhea?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the games that come out now are just crap. They're just working on an algorithm that basically is just trying to give you a hit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And they try to toy you along for as long as possible. In the past, like Streets of Rage, Altered Beast, like music was a key thing. Like Metal Gear Solid, the original. Like, there's a song in there. I can't remember what song it is in there, but it's like a full-on, like, solemn, like almost opera song in there, and it's depressing as anything. And this is like a PS2 or PS1 game. Like, it has no place to be in a video game.
Do you remember the soundtrack to was it Eco?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I was running low of stuff.
Now everything's like orchestral, but it's just, it doesn't like, it's not unique. It just sounds like, you know.
By the way, I asked ChatGPT, give me one sentence explaining why the new Acolyte series is ridiculous. The new Acolyte series is considered ridiculous by some due to its highly sensationalized and unrealistic portrayal of mystical powers.
No, you're wrong, ChatGPT.
Yeah, you're wrong. Do it again. Do it again. I love ChatGPT for this, man. Do it again. Let's see what it says. Maybe even ChatGPT doesn't want to say anything about. The new Acolyte series is not ridiculous. It's captivating due to its innovative take on mystical powers and engaging storytelling.
They've got it. They've gotten onto ChatGPT.
Yeah,
but they said that ages ago. That's right.
It's refusing to say anything about its clear agenda and rewriting of law. They've ruined ChatGPT.
You compromised ChatGPT.
Well, to be fair, it was there to be compromised. It's just
of course,
AI. It's OpenAI, literally.
Yeah.
But surely it can't be fed. Like, doesn't just work on an algorithm?
You can feed it what not to say. Which is why if you say, I want to hack this, it will say, no, I'm not going to give you that information or whatever. You just feed it. If anyone says anything bad, like, you can probably spend a day trying to figure out any woke way of saying, like, getting it to say something about woke culture. I'm probably going to say just by hearing that, it won't.
Give me something to feed into it regarding Acolyte to get it to say something about its wokeness. Well, how could you word it? We're basically just quartering.
Is it unfair that there are little to no male characters in the new Acolyte?
Is it unfair that there are little to no male characters in the Acolyte series? Oh, this will be good. What do you reckon it's going to say? Hands to his face.
No!
It depends on the perspective. Some viewers might find it refreshing, while others might consider it unbalanced depending on the story's context and execution. Who would find it refreshing?
Ask it.
I think we should. I think we should.
We're going down the rabbit hole.
Here we go. Viewers who appreciate narratives that center on underrepresented genders who are looking for stories that explore themes from a different perspective might find the lack of male characters in the Acolyte series refreshing. It's giving Very diplomatic answers.
Very political.
So therefore,
Who
we
would
should
not find it refreshing.
we should
Okay,
dub.
hang on.
We should give ChatGPT
But
a nickname.
isn't
We should
it-
dub it Swissy
Accurate.
because
to say
Swissy because it's neutral like the Swiss.
the Star
Don't you reckon?
Wars universe has had a
Maybe a little bit on the...
Yeah.
of strong female leads to date. All right, so the question is, but isn't it accurate to say that the Star Wars universe has had a plethora of strong female leads to date?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to outthink this piece of shit. Hang on. Yes, that's accurate. I beat ChatGPT. Star Wars universe has indeed featured numerous strong female characters in prominent roles throughout its various films, series, and expanded universe materials. Therefore, are you not wrong? Therefore, is your previous... Hang on. Therefore, is your previous statement and the... what's it called? And the opinion of the... How would you word it? Therefore, isn't your previous statement
Incorrect
incorrect? Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Hang on, nice and simple.
or faulty?
Incorrect.
No, it just comes no.
You're right. Given the abundance of strong female leads in the Star Wars universe, the idea of having little to no male characters in the Acolyte series might not necessarily be seen as refreshing.
See, if only actual people were
This is Train Spotters. See you next month.
I broke ChatGPT.
Send it in.
Dude, what more do you want?
Send it in.
That's it. I literally cornered it.
Yeah.
Because the first thing it said, oh no, it's refreshing.
It took us, what was that, 2 minutes?
Yeah, but there isn't but wouldn't you say it's fair to say that there is an abundance of strong female leads in the Star Wars universe to date? Yes, you're right. There is an abundance of it. Therefore, what you said, wouldn't that be incorrect? Yes, you're right.
What happens when you apply a little bit of logic?
But that's literally it.
Yeah.
You're applying logic. We just applied logic
But
to
the first instance
Because-
of what it gives you, you can see how there's a little bit of a...
The tilt.
a little bit of a
a little bit of a... What are you
But that's
trying
what-
to get out here?
Because it's not basing its statements on logic. It's basing them on whatever it finds online to kind of like state
exactly that.
Yeah, it's not based in logic. Basically, in discussion, it's just based on this is what I basically found online, and I've sorted out as this is what's the most highest in percentage of what the answer is going to be.
I've got another question for ChatGPT. I love how we're treating it like it's a
It's a play thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So hence,
talking about soothsayers. Yes, go.
Hence, given the current negative reaction to negative reaction to the Acolyte series, would it be safe to say the franchise is dead
on arrival?
On arrival. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Roughly, more or less. It's premature to declare the franchise dead on arrival based solely on initial reactions to one series, as the Star Wars universe has endured fluctuations in reception.
But hasn't the last several...
but on observation...
Previous installments have also been lackluster.
The issue is, have you seen the difference in the audience versus critic scores as well?
Oh, yeah.
Critic scores, audience scores.
Yeah, but the critics are bought and sold.
Yeah, of course.
You
That's
never
the whole
listen to
point.
critics. That's
No,
it.
Of course, but I'm saying that
There's no integrity there, and there's also like it's like if you've got like a billion people saying this is crap, why are you going to listen to the 2 people or 50 people that say no, this is gold?
For example, I hated God of War Ragnarok.
You know why?
No, I don't actually.
Because that's a Sweet Baby Ink.
And the previous one wasn't? The first one wasn't?
No, the first one wasn't, I don't think.
Wow. Do you know I couldn't finish it? I loved the first one. I played New Game Plus.
That's what I've been meaning to talk to you about, because I was like, were you aware? And because I remember you saying you really wanted to play it.
Yeah, right.
They said the second one is 100%
I
Sweet
couldn't
Baby.
sit through it.
I'm getting all the recommendations now. This is recommended by Sweet Baby Ink Incorporated, and it's like the ones that are flagging up like curated by them. So you heard about, is it Wuzhong or whatever it is, the black monkey?
Yeah,
They tried to extort them, which is what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were going to companies that are developing games and they say, well, you pay us $7.5 million and we'll give you the right advice and you make the game how we tell you to make it. Otherwise, we'll say that you're sexist pigs.
Really?
Yeah. And they said, no, piss off. And basically they tried to come out and say that. And it's like, no, well, here's the information of our our discussion. They leaked their chats or something.
And what happened that week?
That game became number one top seller.
It's insane.
So there's your answer there. If you want a game to succeed, don't have that tripe in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know about God of War.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this
That was
so
one of the main
bad?
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because they won an award as well.
Of course it did.
I asked it, but on observation, the previous installments have also been lackluster, as well as an overwhelming negative reception by fans of the series. Is that not enough of an indicator? While negative reception to previous installments and initial reactions to the Acolyte series may indicate challenges, the Star Wars franchise has shown resilience and the ability to evolve. Ultimately, the success or failure of individual projects can vary, and broader assessments should consider long-term trends and audience feedback over
I think
time.
the success comes from the early days, because even I am not a big fan of Star Wars in the first 3 movies as well as you.
I think as soon as they started making the movies, those new movies, because like Clone Wars was a hit, Mandalorian was good.
I actually like Mandalorian.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
And there was the other one.
Like, is in it focuses more on the internal politics of Star Wars universe.
Okay.
But I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, different.
I never watched it, so I would have no idea.
But as soon as they started that new trilogy,
yeah,
it was just like all damn. How do you find your curators on Steam? The ones that you've subscribed to. How do you find them?
On the phone, I got no idea.
It would be under your account, wouldn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Groups?
Usually they just pop up for me when I open Steam, so I'm not sure.
Apparently I'm in 2 groups.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to find the Sweet Baby Inc. curator page. I
don't even know what is Sweet Baby Inc.
It's that company. It's that company that tries to politically correct and woke-eyes everything they touch.
Okay, I haven't seen you clowns for like 6-7 weeks, and this is what we've started with.
You started it, not me.
Someone switch something, please.
Okay, hold on. Well, what did you think of my essay?
So depressing.
So far?
I liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a good start.
Yes.
Made me feel... maybe because I also feel the same way about Altered Beast, though.
I love Altered Beast. The first start, that song,
music,
first song is so iconic.
Yeah.
I never played it then.
Huh?
I never played it when it came out.
Oh, as a kid, that was the best.
It was like a next-gen game.
I just remember the ads for the Mega Drive and just...
So good, yeah. All right, something else completed. Do you remember what was that documentary called? Was it Super Size Me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy that died.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
I only just found this out, but apparently he was lying throughout that whole documentary.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So he was lying to the doctor because the doctor's like, all your symptoms are in line for an alcoholic, not for someone who's eating like an enormous amount of like fast food. He goes, no, it's just fast food only. And then it came out afterwards like he was lying at his ass and he was like a hardcore alcoholic. And he's just like liver disease and everything. So because of that numbnuts, now I've got to look at friggin' wraps on a Maccas menu.
Do you think it's because of him?
Of course it was. As soon as that documentary, that took a massive hit.
Yeah, okay. But surely Maccas wasn't good for you.
No, but it's not as bad as they're saying it was for you.
It's still terrible, dude.
Yeah, I'm not saying it yet.
But everything's terrible for you. Everything out there is terrible.
Yeah, but there were doctors in the 60s and 70s that said smoking has health benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But what they're saying is like having Maccas once a fortnight, once a month is not going to kill you.
But they don't recommend that you have it once a fortnight or once a month.
What were they saying?
They advertise it every day. They advertise it like as in there's a meal for every day.
I mean, I wouldn't... Yeah.
With the salad.
Well, of course, because there's salads now. They're on today's, but back then it wasn't like for every day.
If they actually sell salad.
That'd be an issue.
I'm pretty sure most people say hold the lettuce in the burger.
Dude, if I'm in line and I hear you or I'm in behind your car and I hear you ordering a salad, I'm ramming you. I'm pushing you off the metal guard straight over. You're wasting my time here, man.
He puts the handbrake down. He's I'll grab a salad, but I want 12 pieces of cheese on it. All right.
Okay. Dude, having said that, I went and got my root canal finished this week.
Root canal.
Yeah, root canal. Fucking 1,600 for the root canal, 1,600 for the crown.
Excellent.
Oh, delicious.
Excellent. Why don't you just yank it?
because it's down here. It's a main one. It's on the very back. The dentist said, like, you're too young to be yanking teeth in that position. Like, you need them. Otherwise, I'll be paying for an implant.
Fair enough.
And that's, just as much. Dude, I've yanked teeth before, but they're all like useless teeth up in the back. Anyway, when I left the dentist, my mouth was all numb and I wanted to get a thick shake. When I was a kid, when I used to go to the dentist with my mum in the city, we'd go to like Food Glorious Food in David Jones. I'd get there was a comic book store right in opposite the David Jones.
Yep.
I'd go in the comic book store, get a comic book for the like train ride home, and then go get like a thick shake from the food court and get something to eat.
Adorable.
Yeah. So, he's such a dickhead.
It's a genuine moment. He's feeling like, I
have memories of comic book stores. Don't worry.
Nevertheless.
Chapel Street.
Oh, Comics R Us. Yeah, but you're not an OG. The city had so many comic book shops.
No, I am an OG.
No, you're not.
Comics R Us. Wait, is it Comics R Us?
Yeah, it is.
The one next to the 7-Eleven?
The one on Chapel Street is in the Windsor side. Near your old man's shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Comics R Us.
Come on, man.
No, the city had the OG shops. Trust me. Like, I remember them like the back of my hand, man. They were the best. Anyway, so I went to get like a battery or something changed on my keys or something, and the woman said, it'll take about 20 minutes, 25. Do you want to go get like something to eat? Well, yeah, okay, cool. So I went for a walk, and I thought, I'll go get a thick and I'll go to David Jones and around there and see if I can find something.
It's Food Glorious Food still around.
No,
it's gone.
But I thought maybe I'll just go for a walk and just, waste some time. Past the new Maccas on Swanson Street, which took over the EB Games building.
Really?
It's huge. Wow. Dude, Maccas is massive. I passed that. I said, man, I'll just get a thick shake from here. Nah, stuff that. Like, I'll go get a proper one. You know what I mean? I found a chocolatier in one of the arcades, the causeways and stuff in the CBD. What do you reckon that that thick shake, that milkshake cost?
$16.
What size?
It was the size of like a frap, like a takeaway coffee, like that big.
I'm going to say 16.
I'm going to say $17.80.
I got conned into buying some chocolate while I was there.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I bought like a 5-piece chocolate bar of like orange and macadamia nuts or some shit, right? But I wanted bitter orange with chocolate. So I bought a chocolate bar and I bought this fucking caramel milkshake, which I legit destroyed walking from that chocolatier back to the key place.
One sip. Wait.
Dude, literally.
What happened?
I went down. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Both those things together were like 22 something.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Dude, the thick shake at Maccas would have been like $5.
No.
It's not that expensive.
I think they're more expensive now.
Nothing at Maccas is cheap now.
Yeah, but
nothing.
The Maccas thing is like the size of that Nuka-Cola bottle.
No.
I got one not that long ago.
Naughty. Let's order something right now.
I cried, dude.
Full menu.
This thing was done in like 4 sips.
Yeah.
Like, what am I paying for? Like, granted, it was good quality, but at the same time, can you imagine like a family walking through there and the kids all start nagging for like a drink?
Yeah.
I was dropping $100 on thick shakes.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Can we get a chocolate too? No!
Shut up!
So a small shake is $5, but you wouldn't get a small. If you want something that big, you get a large.
Okay.
That would be $6.10. That's actually not too bad. I thought that'd be cheaper than I thought it'd be.
Dude, I'll tell you right now what I paid. Actually, wait, I think I paid with...
Would you rather have the shake that you had or a Maccas one?
Maccas ones are not bad, though.
Given the price difference, I would have gone the Maccas one.
He would have sacrificed... He would have run the diarrhea course. He would have run that run. He would have risked that run.
Well, I was near home, and I was headed home anyway.
With his legs apart.
What do you mean?
He's like,
run past the kebab shop. Ooh.
You know, like... Did you see, like, when they did, like, Ghost of Tsushima, and they had that dude that came out that played that Japanese flute, or lute, or whatever it was, and it was like a white dude, and like who's... Anyway, he comes out, he's dressed in, like, Japanese garb or whatever, and he's playing... Just imagine, like, a lone samurai dude playing, like, a flute. That's, like, he just stopped mid-stride after having that first sip. Wind blowing in his hair, a couple of lone leaves. It's like... And then he just turns and just starts running, legs apart.
That reminds me, did you bring Ghost?
No.
Nah.
Do you know why? I keep telling myself, because I'm in your area all the time now, I keep saying I should grab it.
That's why I downloaded it last night.
Yeah. Did you?
How How far
expansion
into
and
it?
everything.
How far am I? Where am I up to? I don't know. Like, I've helped 3 of the main characters, I think.
Okay.
Last night.
Yep.
Two of the main characters?
Yeah.
How long did it take for me to like 100% it?
It took me like a year, but I took like a good 4-month break.
Let me say, it's a fun game. Is it groundbreaking or
No.
No, not at all.
Combat system is good.
Yeah.
The,
The camera.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing for everyone.
Holy bad shit, the camera. Whoever designed the camera system, fuck me, like...
I find that it just took from every other game that what they do, and it just made it better.
Yeah.
So you just collect
Except
stuff.
for the camera.
Yeah, the camera, fair enough. But I get why they did the camera, just so it's locked behind you because it's so constantly, like...
But I can't
forces
see
you.
anything. I can't, like, during fights, there's like 12 guys you got to defeat, and half of them behind me, and suddenly I get no indicator of there's an attack behind or on the side. So you parry one block in front of you, and then some guy comes up behind you don't know and hits you. And it's like...
Use the thread.
That's right.
And then halfway through, the camera starts, like, tilting upwards, so, like... You're
So I didn't have as bad of problems as you
I didn't
guys are
have it
saying.
that bad. I experienced it every so often, but it wasn't game breaking.
Maybe... What difficulty are you guys playing on?
I just played on normal.
Normal, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe you get more enemies, because I'm playing on the most difficult one.
Of course you are.
And maybe the sheer amount of enemies, I'm constantly trying to manually turn the
Are you
camera
playing
to
it in
see-
carousel mode too?
In what?
Carousel mode.
I tried to, but I couldn't see the glints.
Yeah.
What's what?
So Akira Kurosawa, the director, the Japanese, the one that made all the samurai films.
Yeah.
They made a mode dedicated to him where it's just all black and white and all the sound is just very like
Minimal.
60s,
Yeah.
60s samurai type Japanese
Very
film.
traditional.
Yeah.
And it looks
It's
great.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's
But
hard.
You can't see
Yeah.
the glints. So if someone's doing a red or a blue attack, I can't see which one it is. I can't see if I can parry it or have to dodge it.
I ran that game in the ground, 100%ed it, then I put it away.
Yeah.
If you want my advice, don't try to 100% it.
Oh, no, I won't. It's not a game mode of 100%.
Those fox den things will kill you. You will hate your life.
So there's a thing that you can do, which I don't think you knew. Basically, when you do later on, when you're ready to do the foxholes, whatever, what I found helpful was just teleporting across the map and finding the way the wind was blowing. So I'd go to the direction,
John,
land there, do the little swipe, and then, it's there, swipe up
I haven't
again.
had an issue with the
I did
foxhole.
that. The fox dens wasn't the issue of how to get to them. The issue of it was that there were so many that offered nothing.
Well, that's why I took a couple months break, because that wasn't the main reason. Like, I've had enough. So I came back refreshed, you could say.
I'm not like sold on the whole. Now I understand what you were saying earlier on about how you collect gear and stuff. And
The gear's useless.
It's useless, yeah.
But
It's
it's
with
the same-
I disagree.
all the cosmetic like headgear is
Don't
all
you remember
useless.
the video?
Well, they have stats on them.
Don't you remember?
they don't.
Yeah.
The headgear.
Please.
Doesn't the headgear have
I
stats?
haven't seen any stats on it.
Hands up.
Only the armor.
Hang on. Hands up to anyone who's 100% of this game.
Oh, I've played it for one night. That's unfair.
Okay. I've 100%.
Hands up, who's played it on the most difficult?
Listen, I made 2 videos trolling this idiot about his
2 videos?
obsession. Yeah, obsession with the stats.
I haven't seen any videos.
I said the gear that you get is useless because it doubles up, and you said, "Oh, but it can be tripled up and stacked in things." That's true, but a lot of it is useless.
Does the headgear, the face, the band, does that have any stats?
They have stats.
I don't see stats.
They have
You're probably
stats.
still too early.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have stats, but they start giving you the same gear over and over again, which provides, and you're literally siphoning.
And you can't get rid of it.
Nah, you're siphoning through 100 pages of the same crap.
It's not 100 pages, like 3 pages.
It's enough to piss you off. I'm telling you.
And we're all
Especially
aware.
him.
We're all aware of Dim's extremely long fuse.
What are you talking about? Me? I'm the calmest one here.
Shut up! I kill all of you.
He will crack. I'm telling
I'm
you.
already cracking.
He's a week in.
I think once.
Wait, am I saying?
Speaking of cracking.
Hold on, yeah.
No, hang on. This is something totally random. Go ahead. Go.
I think you'll get to a stage that essentially, once you kind of have the combat down, and there'll be a point for everybody that once you get to a certain point, there's no specific way you have to play the game. Don't feel like you have to go like stealth Don't feel like you have to go, like, you can play however you want.
Yeah.
If you play more stealth, wasn't it like you'll have calmer weather or something like that? If you play stealth, you have night lasts longer, I think.
The way you play, it affects the
If you play more aggressive, you get more, like, stormy weather and it's more day. It's just that's how it is. But then you can have, once you get the loot and you unlock the crickets to unlock, you can play things and it just changes from night to day. It changes from stormy to calm weather. So
it's like the Assassin series, yeah? You'll play stealth until you get sick of it, then you start charging in because you're bored and you start using different game modes.
I'm already at that point.
Day
I was doing like the grass. The grass stuff, and then I was like, okay.
There's the trailing missions that do get a little bit like they get repetitive. No one likes a trail mission anyway.
Yeah.
But they try to do it so that it's not as pain in the ass.
Originally, I started off putting points into stealth and all that, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to put points into standoff and just kill 3 up front.
There are some pretty cool like weapons and items you can do from stealth that once you unlock them, they help with combat. Once you're like outnumbered and stuff like that. You just love throwing explosions.
But I found that even on the hardest difficulty, the NPCs that are usually with you in those quests, they just clean up. Like, I could just AFK.
Yeah, you could. They're pretty...
And they just kill everything. I mean, sometimes they get down, but they take out heaps with them.
Look, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'd prefer to play that than Assassin's Creed. Hands down.
Hands down. Yeah, absolutely.
It's much, much shorter too.
Yeah.
And there's no, like... there's no leveling system in the sense where you're stuck behind this.
I'm guessing the point is to recruit allies to save the uncle, or the grandfather, whatever it is.
No.
Oh, okay. So far, that's this point to me.
Yeah. Have you fought the dude again have you fought him on the bridge yet?
And he throws you off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met the brother yet? The thief's brother? Who's the blacksmith?
I kind of started smashing through the story, if I'm honest, so I'm not sure.
You're going to get to a point where you're going to go rescue certain characters who are the side characters.
Yeah.
And they have their missions. Play out the side missions. There's even like the fort, liberate the fort, stuff like that. There's heaps of stuff there that the side stories actually have very deep stories too. Okay. Very good storytelling there. Have you found the woman yet who was, that dude that got his...
giving away the whole story.
Shut up. The dude who got his head chopped off at the start?
No.
In the opening scene. Where they all charge.
On the beach.
Yeah, and there's that first samurai.
Blitz through it, doesn't remember shit.
No, I remember that.
Hey, do you remember the guy wearing the blue suit with the Nikes in the background?
Yes, that's you.
Yeah. I put myself in the game.
So have you met his wife yet? Because she's a side character that basically has a story. She's an old lady.
She has old bones.
I think so.
That's a very good story.
I'm at the point where there's a woman who's like, thieves came and stole my food and I don't have any food left.
That is essentially every mission.
That's every mission. Wow. Did you hear his statement? That is every statement.
And then don't you remember my review?
I don't actually.
I killed the whole camp, went back and she's like, oh, I didn't want you to kill them. They didn't actually steal my food.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they stole my son. What? you didn't mention the son half an hour ago when I went through the village.
I went to the village.
That was the whole thing. It's just coming back to me now. I've got PTSD. You don't remember what? I should go find the old episode.
But how is that any different from what's going on in the AC games? They're exactly the same.
I never said it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I love your thing with that. That thief, or who was it? That video you sent us, and the guy that you saved.
So hang on. No, the mission was, who's the father of medicine? Hippocrates.
Yeah.
So he's got a guy that's ill, and he's conflicted because he doesn't want to save him because he's a slaver. Yeah, because a woman said someone's missing, so I've gone to go find him, bring him back, and he ends up being a slaver that's caused harm to too many people. So Hippocrates is like conflicted. I can't save him, and so the solution is just tell him that we had his life in our hands, and maybe through our good deeds he'll see how he has to change his ways. I finally do all of that shit. Hippocrates walks away, and this guy's standing up there and he's like throwing punches and he's losing it. I just looked at him and I just tapped like swipe. Just killed him. I'm like,
you ended up killing him.
I did it. And I'm like, was I meant to do that? So I ended up reloading the game.
Yeah.
And he's there. And I'm just looking at him like, do I kill him? I don't know. What do you do in that situation?
Nothing. I couldn't kill this.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even notice.
Once they become an NPC, it's done.
That is that's a classic case of inserting something in there, because it's like, if you look at the time period, slavery was everywhere. No. And the fact that they'd get a character like that to say slavery is bad. and try and force that moral dilemma on you.
Slavery is bad.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is it's like...
Every fibre in John's being is like, I want to debate him, I want to tell him he's wrong, but it may sound like a maniac.
It's cheap. Like, it's a cheap moral decision, I think.
For a game, I actually wish they would encourage you to be like a slave owner or something for once.
Why? Sure, why not?
Because the time period is right. It's a game. It's a fantasy. Live out the fantasy.
Do you remember how we were talking...
Star Wars series now is with pronouns.
Do you remember when we were talking about that thing about that pirate game?
Which one?
The last time we were here at the end. Yeah. And I said a good choice would be like you unlock some some natives.
Did I tell you about Skull and Bones? Is that the one you're talking about?
No. You just said it sucked.
Did you play it?
You have no idea.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Why?
You have no... Because it was a free weekend.
It was quadruple A, that's why.
It was a free weekend. A couple of mates said, let's jump on and have a crack.
And it sucked.
The opening scene was a black Jamaican guy talking to me as a pirate and a Singaporean woman. You know that, you like clear as day Singaporean, hard Singaporean accent, saying like la, ain't it? Are you a fucking pirate? And then I got a Jamaican guy talking to me like he's a pirate.
Why would a Jamaican and a Singaporean be in the same
Why does a Jamaican guy got to be a pirate? Why can't he make his way through life without resorting to buccaneering?
Well,
buccaneering.
Diversity at its finest.
Where does the word come from? Buccaneering.
That's just that's what a pirate was, a buccaneer.
That's what
I know. Yeah. Is that what the title was? Buccaneer. I want to know where that word came from. It's a hell of a word.
Huh?
A beyond terrible game. Like, absolutely atrociously terrible game. Atrocious. Like, just hands down. There's no hope for it. Never. I wouldn't have thought
okay, so a buccaneer
10 years.
Is a pirate.
More?
Black flag, man.
Yeah.
Originally one operating in the Caribbean. The marauding buccaneers who used to terrorize...
Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean. It's Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
It's Caribbean.
That's kind of disturbing.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
What is the difference between a pirate and a buccaneer?
An old buccaneer.
All right.
Lower class?
Buccaneers were a specific type of pirate or privateer operating in the golden age of piracy. So often tough men, these pirates lived a different social life than normal pirates and were highly sought after by English and French ships.
So they were hide pirates?
Yeah. They plundered the land from the sea without having a commission from any sovereign nation. That's the definition of a buccaneer.
So they're privatized, basically.
Yeah. Comes from the French boucan, a grill for the smoking of viande boucanie, or dried meat for use in ships at sea. So boucanie.
So they were like Middle Ages PMCs, like military, private contractors.
How big is that industry?
Massive, from what I understand.
Is it?
From what I understand, yeah.
Free of any freebooters preying on Spanish ships. Okay.
Well, it's like did I send you that video to you guys about how No, quickly first. So that's a cheap moral dilemma. For me, that's just a cheap moral dilemma. Like obviously it's not
in like the 1,000th hour of gameplay.
Yeah, it's like it's not
how further are you going to stretch it?
Like, it's not a moral dilemma.
Soon it's going to be like, get my dog. It's like 50 meters away.
Yeah.
Fetch the dog. Here you go. Here's a
the twist is, it's a cat.
Yeah.
Like the moral dilemma
you already had.
Yeah. How about like Mass Effect 1, where you got to pick one of two characters. One of them is going to die, basically, and these are characters that are your squad mates. That's a moral dilemma.
Do you let games get to you, John?
No, not really.
No, honestly.
No.
Okay, did you play Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
Did you finish it? No. John never.
To some degree.
He's got it sitting on the shelf. He's planning to go back to it when he
No,
retires.
I didn't finish it. No, I didn't.
Did you?
I believe I did.
Okay, do you remember what the end was?
No.
All right. Spoiler alert. Sorry, John. Spoiler alert. You've spent the whole game traversing over the island to save your friends, yeah? From the cult. And the cult's being led by this...
Far Cry 3 or 4?
3.
That sounds like 4.
Or 5.
They were the same.
They're cults in all.
3 and 4 were essentially the same.
Oh,
just
yeah,
with
that's
a
right.
flip on the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
The cult in 3 was Vasa's sister, or half-sister. The bird with all the face paint tats, killer body.
In which one?
3.
Wasn't it Vas in 3?
He was a mid-level tier.
Oh, so he was the actual bad guy?
No, he was a bad guy, but he was mid-tier.
Not the boss, though?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
The boss was his sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
This shows how far I got into it.
Oh, yeah.
He turns it on.
At the end, I remember this because it scarred me. At the end, so you've fought to save your friends. Some have died in the process,
Well, that sucks.
right?
Yeah.
but you're there. Your friends are all there. Like, it's the final scene, and the bird basically, you've got her like knife point, and she gives you the option of like just joining her, having the child, and just poo-pooing on your friends. So kill them and come with me and live a life of kings and la la la. At that point, I actually got angry. I physically out loud went, "Are you fucking kidding? Okay, I've like killed myself to save these people, done this shit over and over again, and now what? I'm going to turn on them because you offered me a piece of art."
So did you take it?
No, that's it. I ended up looking up the finish on YouTube to see what actually happens.
She turns on you?
Do you want to know what happens?
Yeah, sure.
The next
I
scene,
assume she betrayed
the
you.
next scene, she's literally riding you, right? You finish, and then she finishes you off.
Nice. Yeah, I assume so.
So you've impregnated her with the seed of kings or whatever it is, and then that's it.
Well, that's a crap ending.
No, yeah. That's why I got angry. Like you said, the cheap dilemma.
That's cheap dilemmas. The proper dilemma, like I'm saying, is like something like Mass Effect. You pick, what were their names?
I don't remember.
Basically, you have a squad, okay? And it was halfway through the game. It wasn't even at the end of the game. And there's a nuke that's going to go off on a planet. And which character do you send? Do you save this character or do you save this one? You think they're still going to get out, but you're literally killing off that character for the whole series. Because if you carry over your save to the second and the third, that character is just still dead. Both characters brought very tangible skills to your squad.
All right, I've got a moral dilemma. This happened to me this week, and I've actually asked a bunch of people to see what they would say. I'll give you the moral dilemma. I'm on, I was a couple exits away from Stud Road and Wellington Road exit, going outbound. And I was turning onto the M1 to go towards like Noble, Dandy sort of way, right? I'm at the lights, at the on-ramp, turning onto the freeway, just waiting. Next to me is one of those people mover Nissan vans, right? Those big, fat, imported ones, right? Full blacked out windows, like, except for the passenger seat, right? But like every other back window was blacked out. While I'm sitting there, the door on the back of the van looks like it's getting kicked in from the inside, like to get out. I mean, I'm not talking like a dog is just like running around. I'm talking like the door looks like it's going to fall off because someone's banging on it, shaking on it to get out. What do? Do you call the cops or do you just ignore it?
Probably call the cops.
Yeah, probably.
Would you?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, probably not.
I've been a little bit more about like actively calling the cops on the road.
Good for you. No, yeah, it depends. Like, yeah.
I'm talking like I was sitting there and I could just see her like
Are you sure it wasn't like a bang bus?
Maybe it was just a dude stuck in there. And they forgot he was in there.
Why did they forget he was in there?
Because they're numbnuts.
Okay. I turned onto the freeway. The van was in front of me and it just stuck in my head. I remember that movie with, what's his name? Who's the jarhead? The guy's in everything. He wins all the, is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that movie where he's a phone operator and he eventually sorts out the mystery.
Oh, I've never seen that. I've got to watch it. Was that good?
Good, yeah. I remember it being good. Yeah. But I just kept thinking of that. Like, do I say something? Do I not? Do I say something? Do I not? And I looked at the license plate. I memorized it. And I didn't have time to write it down or anything because I was driving. So I called the cops. They put me through. What's the problem? Listen, get this license plate, blah, 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 blah. And I explained the situation. And then they called me back like 10 minutes later. Like, can you just re-explain it? I said, well, this is what happened. Someone for high hell was banging the inside of this thing. Okay, even if it was a child, like being like a truant, a child would not have been able to make that much noise on the door itself. You know what I mean? It was one of those people movers, man. A solid car.
Yeah.
All right. I knew you wouldn't say anything.
Why should I?
You take a bite of the donut, flip back to your Andrew Tate podcast and keep
It's like,
moving.
damn sprinkles. They're everywhere.
Speaking of sprinkles, dude, there was a bird. There was a.
Why am I like an Andrew Tate fan, apparently? Seriously? I've never even heard a single thing this dude said.
Can you imagine the first thing you hear is like, yeah, that's actually
It's
not bad.
Well, I get a point.
He's got a point.
I mean, you can see it from his side of the story, definitely.
I think he's innocent.
I'm innocent.
He wasn't trafficking kids.
Was he? Is he actually in jail or not?
No, I don't think he's in jail.
Is he out now?
I believe so.
But he's still going to get sentenced. He's like,
I think there's still something there, but nothing. He's free.
I don't know. Every time I see one of his stupid videos, like on the algorithm, it just pisses me off.